comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, 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 money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar.
Alright, well, let's see if doing a firmware update screws this thing all to hell. We know it was working good at first, so this is going to tell us a lot about whether I should be doing firmware updates or if I'm going to have to roll back after this. We will find out. Well, here's the new Black Beauty. Let me actually open the garage door. It's getting ready to rain outside right now, but it is what it is. 'Tis what it is. It's been dark. So, picked this thing up for, well, the guy wanted a lot more than I told him I'd give him. It had been sitting. It's a 2011. Didn't run. Needed a bunch of work. I actually just finished fixing the master cylinder up here, putting new brake fluid in it, draining the lines. Headlight was shot. All this was broken out, so as you can see, I remounted this, put some longer screws in there to hold all that in place. And now I'm waiting on a new light bulb because the light bulb was burned. I don't like to sell people junk. I fix everything before I send it out. I had the gas tank out because I had to drain it. I had the carburetor off. I cleaned it. However, the carb still has issues. But on the upside of that, it is taking a charge. The battery's still good. If I turn it on, you can see everything powers on. And it will run for a sec until it runs out of fuel real quick because the carburetor's shot. But check it out. See? So it tells me that it's got carb issues because everything's been cleaned, and even after cleaning, the slider's not opening up to create correct vacuum to keep pulling fuel in. So yeah, so I picked this up for 150 bucks. It's gonna cost me roughly $30 to fix it, and yeah, then I'll be able to turn around and flip it for, you know, $600-700 bucks. That's how Dan does things, man. It's my lifestyle. Battery mods and fixing small engine scooters and selling them. So yeah, man, easy. Bike's finally 100% completely done, and I got pulled over. I didn't tell you guys I got pulled over for not having an LED light, so I went and bought a little LED light strip and wired it in, and so now I have a license plate light. Apparently Temple Terrace had an issue with me not having a license plate light. You know, goofy, but everything else is good. So, and that new master cylinder that I rebuilt, well, I shouldn't say new master cylinder. This is the new master cylinder. That's the new brake line. Well, you could just tell this is a black handle and that's a silver handle. I just replaced all this. And then I rebuilt that caliper down there, and it's doing great. It's holding proper pressure. It's releasing like it should. Everything's good to go. So this bike is finally 100% done. And yeah, the most I may still toy with is jetting. I still get the occasional backfire, and when I took the plug out and had a look at it, it was a little lean. So highway riding, not so great, because you get the occasional backfire, and that can be solved with proper jetting. So I'm gonna have to go up a size. If I'm running lean, that means I'm not getting enough fuel for how much air is coming in. So I'm at a 175. We're gonna take it all the way up to a 180 and see if that makes the difference. So once it starts running right, it should have a lot more power too. Should have a lot more pull. But man, it's clean for, you know, 20-year-old bike. That was what, 2002? It's 19 years old. It's a pretty old bike, man. It looks really good for its age. I love the cafe racer style. Gosh, there's just something sexy about cafe racers. So there you go. That's the new project there. In about a week, the carburetor will come in. I'll put it on. We'll get this thing running. I'll put the new headlight on. I'll clean it up and then turn around and just flip it. You know, it's, I sell about, what, 7-8 scooters a month, roughly. You know, you figure I'm selling each one for $500 to $700. Dan's making some pretty decent money, and then on top of that, I'm doing all my battery mod stuff. So, you know, plus my YouTube earnings, and then I also do a lot of property management stuff for my parents, and I get paid for all that too. So that's, I just kind of, you know, Dan's staying very busy. Let's just put it that way. He's staying very, very busy. So that new carb, man, is working good. And even though it's a dual throttle setup, I actually disconnected the rear throttle cable. If you guys can see that, the roll-off throttle is unnecessary. I found that spring is very strong, so it doesn't need the rollback throttle. So even though this is a dual throttle setup, I'm only running the one wire. The second one is just not needed at all. So yeah, little update for you.